Oh, I didn't see you guys there. Hello. It's like, no, I definitely saw you guys there. I mean, clearly I set up the camera, so how would I not see y'all there? Don't you hate when YouTubers do shit like that? I mean, just try to do stuff for the sake of doing it, just like this video, right? What's good, everybody? It's your man TheCJKyles checking in once again, back with another video. Now this video is going to be kind of different than the videos that I normally get for this channel. Now this video, I'm going to be talking to the LPN students or people who may be aspiring to be LPN students. I'm going to be giving y'all 6 tips, 6 things to know before becoming an LPN student, before becoming an LPN, before signing up for LPN school, whatever you want to call it. I'm just giving y'all some game about what y'all should do, what you should know, and how to be somewhat prepared when going into LPN school, nursing school, LVN school, all the names for it. You know what I'm talking about. 6 things you should know before becoming an LPN and going to LPN school. Now, tip number 1, nursing school, LPN school, LVN school, all of it, whatever you want to call it, is not easy. I want to let you know that off the rip. Listen, a lot of people think just because you're not a registered nurse and you're not going to school for those years in order to become a registered nurse, that LPN school is just easy. Now, most programs are 11 to 12 months. Some may be a little bit longer, some may be a little bit shorter. And I do understand they have programs in community colleges where you can go and get your LPN license while you're in transition to getting your RN degree, and that's great. But I'm speaking in terms of a particular program that just offers the LPN program, and you do it in 11 months, and then that's that. It's not easy. Don't think it is. Listen, LPN school was one of the hardest things that I ever did in my life. Like top 3 hardest things that, ooh, did I switch the camera? LPN school was like one of the top 3 hardest things that I ever did in my life. It challenged me. It challenged me. It challenged me. This is a whole nother animal, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never done anything like this, if you've never been in a rigorous type of program, if you've never been in some sort of advanced placement program, then I assure you, this will be one of the most challenging things that you've ever done. I don't say that to scare you. I'm saying that to let you know, because if I can get through it, you can get through it. But I'm not playing with you. I'm not here to be like, oh, nursing school is great, nursing school is cool. It's not. It sucks for the most part. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. It sucks. And I'm gonna just let you know what you're getting into before you get into it. It's not fun. It's very stressful if you let it. And it's going to test you in every other way possible. It is going to test your willingness to succeed in the game. If you want to be in this game, you have to be prepared. You have to be ready. You have to be willing to do almost whatever it takes to become successful in school. It's a whole different animal. It's a whole different animal. If you think you are just going to be like, oh, I'll just do this. And don't get me wrong, some of y'all super smart, some of y'all geniuses out there, but I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the ones that have never done anything like this before, who have just walked into the game brand new. Before this, I was a truck driver, and I did all kind of odd various jobs. Nothing prepared me for LPN school. If you've never been in anything close to it, it's just something that you have to just dive in feet first, but just have the willingness to win. Just know you're going to be tested and you are going to be challenged, boys and girls. Thing you should know, number 2, nursing school must become a priority in your life. A major priority. Let me sum it up like this. Fellas, if you've ever been in a situation to where, I don't know, you had like a little side chick on the side, you had your main chick, and you know, your side chick got jealous or something like that, yeah, that's nursing school. Ladies, have you ever been out in a situation where a dude asks for your number? You ain't really feeling them like that, but you just give him your number just so he can get on up out your ear. You ain't trying to really cause no scene. But soon as you get in the car, dude calling you talking about something. What you doing? Where you at? Can I borrow $10 for gas money? Situations like that. Yeah, nursing school is kind of like that. It wants to be the number one priority in your life. It has to be the number one priority in your life. If you want to, not number one. Let me not say number one, because I know some of y'all got kids and everything like that. Maybe some of y'all got sick parents or something like that. I don't know what your situation is, but I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Nursing, for the most part, does not care. This is a business, and you have to treat it as such. Nursing school, as I said, will test your willingness to win, and you have to almost become obsessed with it. Nursing school must become an obsession if you want to win. If you want to have the best outcome and the best results, you have to be willing to put in that work. It has to be almost number one in your life if it's not number one in your life. Now, for y'all who don't have no kids like myself, it needs to be number one. It's no reason why it can't be number one. If nothing's wrong with you, you're not sick or anything like that, it needs to be the number one priority in your life. No questions asked. Fellas, them chicks gonna be there. The women gonna be there, and it's probably gonna be more of them because they know you a nurse and you done graduated and all that kind of stuff. They gonna be there. Ladies, Dusty's gonna be there. Don't worry about it. Pass your class, get through school, you're gonna be all right. They gonna be there. They are going to be there. Fellas, the women gonna be there. Ladies, them dudes gonna be there. Whatever you into, they gonna be there when you get done. I assure you, they ain't going nowhere. And again, I'm not saying this to be an a-hole. I'm just saying this so you would know. Your cousin CJ is giving you the game. I don't want you to fail, but I do want you to know what you are getting into. Number 3, the third thing you should know before going to nursing school. Be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. Now, what do I mean when I say that? Well, I'm going to let you know. Almost anything bad that can happen to you while you're in nursing school will happen to you while you're in nursing school. Almost anything. Now, the day before I started nursing school, I went through one of the worst breakups in my life. Literally the day before. I kid you not. It was awful. Horrible. And I was thinking like, well, how the heck am I supposed to get through this program with my mental all shut up like that? Now, eventually, I just had to get over it because I realized my money was more important. Now, I was simping a little bit back then. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was doing a little simping back then, but it's all good because I got through it and I wanted to become a nurse. I wanted to get through. I wanted to be in the game. And that's exactly what I did. But just know. Bad things are gonna happen. Bad things are gonna happen for the most part. Now, I'm not talking to y'all that got through school without a hitch. So that may be the case for some of y'all, but I assure you, I've talked to hundreds of nurses, and 98% of them have given me a story that, oh, well, this happened, that happened. It was something bad, some even horrific. I've talked to people whose parents have died during nursing school. All kind of bad things can happen. So just understand, be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. That's not to say that something will happen to you. We don't know, but it usually does. I knew of students who got evicted. I knew of students who didn't have money to eat and all kind of stuff, who didn't have anywhere to go. And at my school, they had programs to assist with that. So if you are going through a situation like that and a situation does occur like that, check your school and see if they have any kind of resources that can help you with stuff like that. I know at my school they had resources to where they'll help you get like food and help you pay a bill and all that good stuff. So just check with your school. But understand, if it can happen, it probably will happen. My car went out. I had a convertible. My car went out. I got into a car accident. It was just horrible. I had to Uber back and forth to school. I'm working 2 jobs. Nursing school don't care about that. I'm just saying, be prepared for the worst. Now, granted, I put unnecessary stress on myself. I didn't have to work 2 jobs while I was in school, but I wanted to be out here in the streets and have money, do what I was supposed to do, and F all that. My experience could have been a lot easier if I would have just made that my main priority. But I'm telling you, so you don't have to go through it. Make it your main priority Make it your main priority, but be prepared. Be prepared for the worst, hope for the best. Just have that in the back of your mind. Try to get prepared as much as possible. Get your ducks in a row as much as possible. And back to the other tip that I said. Remember when I said nursing has to become a priority? If y'all got kids, because I saw this a lot in school. If you got kids, please do what you can to have some sort of arrangement set up. I'm going to tell you something. Them schools do not care. The teachers do not care. The clinical instructors do not care. Have your ducks in a row, please. I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying it to be real. So have your ducks in a row and be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. Stay prepared. Thing you should know, number four. Be prepared to walk alone. When I first told cats I wanted to go to school to be a nurse, people laugh. My boys laugh. What you want to be a nurse for, CJ? What you doing that for, CJ? I was like, because I want some paper. I got tired of working at Amazon. I wanted something better. But the thing is, you don't need to worry about what they think. That's not your business. It's not your business to worry about what they think. Just like it's not their business for why you doing it. Only thing you need to be concerned about is getting through school. Be prepared to walk alone. Be prepared to cut people off. Be prepared to get rid of all the negativity in your life. Because I'm telling you, when you're trying to do something positive, people will try to stop your growth. That's just what happens. And be prepared to charge it to the game. Be prepared to really charge it to the game and get it up out of here. Even if you are in school. If you are fortunate enough to have a good group of people to study with, then by all means take advantage of that. But understand, you must learn to become self-sufficient in your studies. You must learn to become self-sufficient in life, because nobody can want this for you more than you. Your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your man, your woman, your wife, husband, side chicks, side dudes. People ain't gonna understand always, and be prepared to walk alone when it comes to nursing school. I don't care if you married. Sometimes it happens. I've heard plenty of stories to where when nurses have graduated nursing school, they've gotten a divorce. Spouses get jealous. Girlfriend and boyfriends get jealous for whatever reason. I don't know. I think that's kind of silly, but it happens. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it doesn't. So just so you know, be prepared to walk alone. Be prepared to study by yourself and become self-sufficient. That's all I'm saying. And if you've ever been in a situation like that, to where when you graduated or while you went school, you really had to walk alone, your man, your woman left you, leave it in the comments. I think that's an interesting discussion that maybe we need to talk about. Yeah, go ahead and do that for a play. Tip number 5. It will be smart of you to stay 1 to 2 weeks ahead while you're in nursing school. Usually schools will give you a syllabus, a rundown, what's going to happen in each quarter of nursing school, for the most part, from what I've seen. So you should always stay 1 to 2 weeks ahead. I got this advice when I was a senior, and one of the nurses told me that, CJ, when you go to school, you really need to stay 1 to 2 weeks ahead. Hold on, you can't even see my other drip. There we go, it keep disappearing. I usually don't be wearing scrubs in my videos, but I decided to be somewhat professional today. But like I was saying, when I was a CNA, the nurse that I used to work with, shout out to Nurse Linda, she was real dope. She used to tell me, when you go to school, stay 1 to 2 weeks ahead. I'm telling you, it's gonna save your life. And yes, it did. Now, I didn't always do that, but I'm telling you, so you can always do that, so you can have an easier time than I did. See, I took all the bumps and the bruises, so you don't have to. If you apply these steps that I'm telling you, you should have somewhat of an easier time. Stay 1 to 2 weeks ahead. Read, so you'll get an understanding. I don't care if you got to read that thing 150 times. How bad do you want this? How bad do you want to get to the money? How bad do you want to become successful? Read it over again. And another thing that I used to help me with my studies is Quizlet. Quizlet is a lifesaver. No, this ain't a plug. This ain't a sponsorship, even though they need to be sponsoring me, because I use them so much and I will be using them in the future. If you go to Quizlet and you use it and you apply it, they got like games and you can test yourself. That's how I learn. So read, stay 1 to 2 weeks ahead. You feel what I'm saying? And you should be all right. And that goes into my next tip and my final tip, my sixth tip. Start studying for the Nclex as soon as you start school. I'm telling you now, start studying before you start school. So that way you don't have to wait 3, 4, 5 months and procrastinate like some people did and take that test. Start studying ASAP. ASAP. Actually, Nurse Bads gave that tip, and I saw that, and I said, dang, that's a good tip, and that's actually what I'm going to do when I become, when I start RN school. I'm actually starting to study now. I'm waiting on my books to get here, but the Nclex about to change. April 2023 is supposed to be something different, so I don't know how that goes, but nevertheless, still take advantage of it. There are plenty of resources you can look at to study for the Nclex. Shout out to Remar Nurse, Miss Regina over there. I used her when I was getting my LPN, when I was studying for that. You got Mark Clemic. You got all kind of resources. You got the Elsevier book. All kind of resources out there that can help you study and pass Nclex. If you want me to make a deeper video on how I pass Nclex, which I still think I have one on the channel, have a video like that on the channel. But if you want me to make an even deeper video or do an even deeper show on that and exactly what I did and the steps I took, let me know in the comments and we'll get that done. But yeah, study before you start taking Nclex. I know Mark Clemic has like an Nclex workshop that he does. I don't know if he still does it. He did when I took the PN Nclex. So he has that. I had Nclex training here. It's all kind of resources. Just start studying ahead of time so you don't have to be waiting. You don't have to be waiting months and weeks after you graduate. So just do that. I promise you, it's gonna save you a lot of time. If you've made it to the end of this video, I got a surprise for you. Got 7. Tip number 7, right? Thing you should know, number 7. Once you graduate, be prepared to get paid. Young nurse, get paid. Wait, hold on. I had to swag it out for y'all one more time. Be prepared to get paid. Young nurse, get paid. Listen, don't let these people sit up here and tell you LPNs don't make no money. You listen to that BS if you want to. I know plenty of LPNs, especially in this time and before the pandemic took off, that was making $100,000 a year, 6 figures plus. I know one cat that made way more than that as an LPN. There's money out there to be made. If you know how to hustle, you're willing to work, and you're willing to put in the hours, you can make this paper. If you know how to finesse, not in a bad way, but if you know how to finesse, if you know how to negotiate, you can make this paper. Travel nursing, all kind of stuff you can do. You can write your own check. If you put in the work, you can make the money. Don't let people say, well, LPNs don't make no money. Little play nurse. Listen, I go on a vacation once a month. I do what I want to do when I want to do it. I take care of my house. I pay all my bills. So there's no reason why you can't make no money as an LPN. I'm doing it. I make money as an LPN. So I don't know. That's just hate. Don't let people discourage you. Be prepared to get paid. Young nurse, get paid. As soon as you get that money and start that job, you go in feet first, you grind, you orientate, and then it's off to the races. Once you learn it, you get like a good routine going, it's off to the races. You can make all the money that you want to make. So that has been today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss none of the content that I got popping off for you here on the channel. And if you like videos like this, tips and all that kind of stuff like that, let me know and I'll keep doing it. So until next time, boys and girls, get paid. Young nurse, get paid. I'm gonna holla at you. Peace.
You never was the plan, but I fell slowly. How I'm supposed to walk away when you the one that knows me? Always gotta be a secret, girl, that's what you told me. You quick to say what your man don't know. So how you jealous when I talk to these